Everyone, welcome to part 2 of Tea Talks with Amrit at Designers Virtual Cafe. What is NFT and why this is so in hype today?
Sure. I'll just talk about it. But if somebody wants to read it in more detail, they can always my website, and I have this blog covering the basics of it.
Mhm.
Uh, so the idea is with blockchain technology, it is possible to generate a digital token that is kind of unique and it cannot be replicated. So
Mhm.
this token can be transferred from person to person, like an object in the physical world, right? So unlike
Right.
digital files, the token cannot be copied or owned by multiple people. It is supposed to stay with, like, so for example, if I make an art piece as a token and you collect it, so I don't have it anymore, you own it and you can sell it, you can do whatever with it, right? So
Mhm.
that's the idea. And one like a revolutionary thing behind it is also about the secondary sales of like an art piece. So if like you collect a token from me, a small percentage would like from like a secondary sale would always go to me for the life of the artwork. So that is something unheard of, like in traditional art or any other medium, right? So
Right.
like for example, like as an artist, I sell toy faces today for a particular amount, and
Mhm.
by 2 years, if like the work gets more popular and resales are bigger, I would
Mhm.
still benefit from the sales.
So it's like a royalty over artwork.
Yeah, and see, like the reason people can value it is because of the technology, right? And
Mhm.
the way things are moving towards digital, and a lot of art is created digitally versus like on canvas or like on paper these days, right? So
Right.
it's just like a technology which will push us to catalog this whole movement,
Mhm.
and 20 years down the line, talk about like what people were doing and have a footprint of everything that was recorded. Yeah.
Right. Right. And this is basically on blockchain, which is a crypto technology or
Yeah. So I
yeah.
mean, like, see, you don't really need to. Obviously, like, if you want to, you can like Google and try to understand how blockchain works. But
Mhm.
honestly, you don't really need to understand that part because it complicates. Uh, for a lot of artists, that's a bit complicated to understand thing, right? For like, I keep saying this as an example that when you swipe a debit card or a credit card, you don't really know how the back end works. You just understand the concept of what a card means and how you can swipe money through it, right? So you just have to take NFT in that sense. Obviously, if you're eager to learn more, go ahead. There are like a lot of videos on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So as you have written in your blog that what is crypto brackets NFT I read somewhere that crypto as art is a bit different. So I just want to know from you that like is crypto art a synonym for NFT or is it something different?
It is like right now it is the same thing. Like there are different. I mean, like the thing is like NFTs right now I have been selling on Ethereum based platforms, but there are different platforms. So maybe what you read is something to do with that, but you can call it almost the same thing because crypto art means something which is made through NFTs and is being trading to through NFTs. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And like just want to know as I asked about your toy faces that how you started with NFT and like when did you started?
Sure. So, so today I complete my 2 months of like NFTs. So,
Mhm.
like this was the Frida Kahlo was my genesis, which means the first NFT, and I minted it. Minted means like just publishing it. 2 months
Okay.
ago, exactly 17th Feb, and yeah, so like how I started was like on Twitter. There were like couple of people who messaged me saying that you should convert your toy faces into NFTs because it has like a collectible vibe to it.
Mhm.
And back then I had no idea what NFT stands for. I had to Google it, and it seemed like very confusing. So I just like left the idea.
Mhm.
But again, like 1 week later, somebody else messaged me. So I was like, maybe I'm missing out on something. I need to check again. So I told them to, like if you can just get on a call and explain it to me. So they had, her name was Lily, and she works for a platform called Zora, which is a marketplace for NFTs. And she walked me through like how everything works. And
Mhm.
so yeah, the process at like when you start, it's a bit jarring. There is friction, and obviously like UX wise, it's kind of really hard. But like once you understand it, it's totally fine. So the idea is that you need to like for particularly talking about people in India. So first you need to buy some Ethereum, and it doesn't need to be a lot, just like around $100 worth of like Ethereum to like
Mm-hmm.
mint your first artwork. And then you get like a browser extension which is called MetaMask. So this one, and
Can you
you
please spell that? Meta?
MetaMask. So the blog, this blog covers it like properly,
Okay.
and there are a lot of YouTube videos you can go through, like because you will have to, like you can't get the whole idea just from me talking right now. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so you like this is another wallet which is like a Chrome extension. So it's very strange to like have a wallet as a Chrome extension, but that's how the crypto world works. And you use this wallet to log in into different platforms. So, for example, this is like one of the top platforms called Foundation,
Okay.
and uh, and yeah, so you connect your wallet, and then you can just like put an image, mint your artwork. Minting on a platform like this is a bit expensive. It costs anywhere from 10,000 to 15,000 rupees. And
Okay.
so like it kind of pushes you to think about what you are uploading, obviously. And there
Mm-hmm.
are platforms which lets you do it for cheaper, and there are platforms which are kind of trying to like have minting for free. But
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that minting needs to cost something, so that you at least, you know, like you think about what you are putting in the market, and you are not just minting every other thing you have as a digital art.
So in this overall structure, minting is basically uploading an artwork.
Yeah. So so like once you mint or upload an NFT, you
Mm-hmm.
like it has different models. So like
Mm-hmm.
Foundation, what happens is like if I have an NFT, I put like a reserve price, which means that like you put any amount, like 1 ETH as a reserve price, and anybody who wants to bid cannot bid lower than 1 ETH. And the moment somebody bids 1 ETH, the artwork goes into like a 24-hour auction. So for
Okay.
next 24 hours, anybody can bid, and end at the end of 24 hours, whoever has the biggest bid wins the artwork. There are other models where there are no auctions. You just list key, okay, I'm selling it for 1 ETH, go ahead
Mhm.
and buy it. And so there are different models you can try, but that's the whole idea.
So I want to understand, like, once, let's say, as a art collector, I just bought your art and then I paid in Ethereum or like in dollars maybe. So will the ownership transfers to me or will it remain to you because you are still getting royalty over that? So how does that work?
So see, like I think a lot of designers get confused with like the copyright part of an NFT.
Mhm.
The thing is like to treat it as an art piece, right? So like for example, if like a painter makes like a painting on canvas and he has a particular style, you can't own the copyright on the style
Mhm.
by collecting his painting, right? So you just
Right.
like take that painting and you own that painting. You are It's up to you. You sell the painting, you can keep the painting, you can destroy the painting. It's totally up to you, right?
Okay.
What happens is like if you make a sale,
Mhm.
then the 10% goes to me. Like if I so for example, you buy like one of my artwork and sell it, like you buy it for 1 ETH and you sell it for 2, so I
Mhm.
get 10% of that sale.
Okay. But for the time being, the collector will own that particular art piece.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah.
Uh, cool, cool. So, and what are the platforms and tools you generally use in this space? And please, if you can, also tell some free platforms because I think it has a lot of paid platforms or invite-only platforms. So, if there are any open or free platforms, you can also list those down.
Yeah, sure. So, one thing about platforms, right? Like anybody who's trying to enter the space, I would say like there are different platforms. Obviously, like Foundation has a very good UI UX and it's properly made. Some of them are quite confusing, but at the end of the day, platform will never push your work. It will always be up to you to like be part of the community and talk about your NFTs and talk about your art in general. So that always falls to you. So people who are trying to get in, it's not like, oh, you have to only start with Foundation. You can start with a platform called Rarible. You can start with OpenSea. So there are a lot of different options. About free minting, I'm not sure if like 100% free minting exists at this point. I might be wrong because it keeps changing. But Mintable is one, so you can try on Mintable, and OpenSea also has like a much low fees to like list your artwork. So the idea is like, if you put your artwork in a platform where it's free, then what will happen is a lot of artists will put their like 10 NFTs together, or 20 NFTs together. Nothing is stopping them. So so it gets really saturated on those platforms. So you need to like kind of have a balance. But again, end of the day, it doesn't really matter which platform it is. You have to kind of go out there and be active on Twitter. So I think we have a segment where we will talk about to do that. So I will talk about that later.
Sure. So, like coming to next question, because Bitcoin is in high rise today. So, like, what do you think? Like, NFT, will it enable a larger economic space for designers and artists, or will it be in some sort of a bubble, limited space for them in future? Like, what's your prediction and take on it? Yeah.
Yeah, so see, honestly, like before starting NFTs, I had zero interest in buying cryptocurrency. So I mean, like I didn't own it. I had no intention of owning it. So, but what happened was like once I first minted my artwork, they did quite well. So I ended up having a lot of cryptocurrency, and then I kind of like read a bit and got interested in the space. So since in last 2 months, right, when I first minted my artwork, the value for 1 ETH was 1,20,000, and today it's like 2 lakhs. So in within 2 months, it has grown like that. But it's very volatile, so it's not like it always goes up. It will fall also, and it keeps. But a lot of people have backed Ethereum. So I mean, like it's totally up to you to invest or not. You have to do your own research. And with artists, like generally our outlook is like whoever has acquired a bit of Ethereum through selling art, they're either they want the money right away to like just live their life, or they can, if they can afford to just save it for a bit, hold on to it, they are holding on to it, because they in the market they say it's going to rise. But again, all this is like not advice. You can just do your own research and like think about it.
It's much like Bitcoin and everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So I think we already discussed about crypto art and blockchain. So I'll move to the next segment, which is how a budding artist or designer like me can start NFTs. Is there any limit on artwork that you should be an artist, or you can upload your UI? Maybe you are a musician or a memer, because I know a lot of pages in meme industry are also now owning these NFTs and all. So what's the space about it, and how a budding artist can start with?
Sure. So see, like honestly, it's like 50% of the artwork and 50% of the community, right? So, and when I say community, not just like, oh, like you have to have a big following on Instagram or Twitter. The thing is, like, I've seen people with like 100,000 followers not able to sell their first NFT because like most of their followers weren't into NFTs. So when I say like community, it means that you have to kind of be part of the NFT community. Twitter is the most active platform for NFTs, and then there's Discord and Reddit, but Twitter is like the most active. And any artist who wants to start off, I would say first spend like at least a week on Twitter to understand the space, because what happens is like right now you see random things selling for like huge amounts of ETH, and you think, oh, it's very random, you can pretty much sell anything. But that's not true at all. There is always a backstory to why that artwork sold for that kind of amount. And so like you have to kind of do your research, and like Twitter is the best place to do that research. And while doing that research, you have to kind of be active, like comment on other people's artwork, comment to like collectors tweeting, or like just engage with people, join Discord, talk to people, and like be part of the community, then only you will kind of understand, okay, what is happening. Because if you're thinking, okay, I just want to make a quick buck and like put a few artworks there and sell it for like 1 ETH, 2 ETH, whatever, that's not going to happen. Like you have to put in the time to be part of the community. And about like different mediums, so like, yeah, obviously right now digital art is doing pretty well, and that's what NFT is all about right now. But like musicians are entering the space every day, and in terms of art, 3D is doing really well. 2D, I think slowly the market is opening up to 2D.
Okay.
I'm not sure about UI, because I mean, like UI at like on its own cannot be, like, at least for now, cannot be considered art. But because it has to have like a whole product aspect to it, right? You can't like upload a dribble shot and expect it to sell. Maybe somebody can pull it off. I don't know. It would be
I think
interesting to.
UI kits are some, one part of it, like UI kits or these illustration libraries. Like
Yeah.
illustration comes in art, but UI kits is the one which I can think of as of now.
Yeah. So if somebody can sell UI kits, it would be interesting to see. Like, I mean, it might be tough, but it can happen for sure. I've seen people trying to sell written content, and memes are doing extremely well, because the thing is, like, these collectors are very different from traditional art collectors, right? They really believe in internet history. So and so that Nine Cat, or there was this, like, even the golden blue dress, I don't know if you remember that image which got famous. Yeah. So they all have done extremely well, because they were of internet history, and collectors really like that aspect, that down the line, 10 years down the line, or you can still go like, oh, this image was so popular in 2000s or whatever, right? So that's the idea. That's why they're collecting it. That's why memes are doing extremely well. And like on even like platform like Foundation, I think they have like got like a lot of meme artists. It's kind of hard to find the guy who actually made the meme, but a lot of people know the like people behind the meme.
So I think, a very simple word, I would say, like it's more about trusting each other's work and then collecting it for the, just for the history purpose. Maybe, yeah, for the meme.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a few days back, I reached like a 50 ETH milestone from my artwork. So I started collecting, and the most expensive artwork I collected was the first grayscale gorilla tutorial. So it's not like it's a tutorial, right? And it's like it was published in 2009, and I collected it because I like grayscale gorilla was something which like really helped me with my 3D journey. Plus, like I got excited about Cinema 4D, which is my primary tool, because of Grayscale Gorilla. So when he kind of like only 2 days ago he minted this, and I bid on it and won. So it meant something very special to me. So people are doing stuff like this also. So anything is part of any history can be minted as an NFT if it has like a visual component to it. Yeah.
Okay. And like I think music, as you said, that is also coming. So it will change the space bit in terms of not just seeing your art, but also you can hear it or combine it to be a video.
Yeah.
Cool. Would NFTs backed art would work on proprietary rendering tech? How would you stop screen captures and copies?
So see, the idea is not like like anybody can take a photo only. Like, so if I'm on Foundation, and like you can just right click and take a photo. In fact, you can, because it's on Foundation, you can take a high resolution photo, right? It doesn't mean you just own the image, right? The value is in the token. So if you don't own the token, you can't really resell it, or you can't really trade it. So that's the whole idea. Like, the token combined with the image has the value. The image on its own doesn't have any value. Like, that's just a representation of the token. So you can screen capture it, do whatever with it. That's not going to help you sell it, right? Obviously, you can like kind of post it on any platform you like, but that's a very different thing than selling it.
Okay, so does it include the original file with it, or it's just like a final PNG or something?
So right now I have been only including a PNG, but people are embedding like a also I include like a high resolution file like 4000 pixel or 8000 pixel sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
some people have been doing like the 3D model itself is embedded like as a download, it's available, or
Mm-hmm.
like a physical print. People are doing mix of different things, so it's
Okay.
up to artists to like do that.
Okay. So I think it's his like first question was that would it work on a proprietary rendering tech? Means like these foundation or like the tools like these are using some rendering tech, or are they just you just upload your JPEG or PNG and they will just showcase it as it is?
Yeah, so I mean, they just showcase it as it is. Like they are right now, they don't have like a tech around it because
Mm-hmm.
like nowadays you just upload your image or MP4. Some people are, some platforms are trying to put like a 3D object. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know which technology they are using it, but I haven't tried that one. I would definitely try it. Yeah.
What happens if someone copies an NFT and then use the same for marketing or other work? What do you prevent that? How do you prevent that or ensure that you get the royalty out of these cases? Giving an example, let's say someone just copied your high res image on Foundation and post it on, let's say, OpenSea.
Yeah, sure. So that has already happened. And what happened was like the thing is right now, at least right now, what can prevent it is like these all websites have like a strong report functionality because they are kind of aware of like this can be done. I
Mm-hmm.
think down the line when the technology evolves a bit more, they could probably have like something like what Pinterest has, or like with just like AI stuff, they can kind of see, okay, this image has been already minted, the exact same image, so you can't mint it again, or something like that. They might build in the future. I'm hoping for it. But like few days back, somebody kind of took a toy face, this one leprechaun toy face, and they minted on OpenSea. But the thing is, you can't really sell it without being active in the community, right? And the moment you get active with like a toy face in the community is like already like, yeah, you haven't made it, right? And
Right.
obviously I understand that my toy faces are quite known, so I am protected in that way. For a
Mm-hmm.
new artist, it might be a big problem, so you have to kind of use their report function and be a bit more active like that. That's the human side of NFT, right? So like technology can't solve every problem, but
Right.
yeah.
Right. Thanks everyone for watching. Please subscribe to this channel for more such podcasts and design related videos.